All right, so I've got something really exciting for you guys here on how to use Scan Unlimited software to actually scan through 888 lots for good purchases to resell on Amazon. Now, this is a complete game changer, so I'm really excited to share this with you guys. I think this is going to help a lot of you make a lot of money. Now, before we get this out of the way, if at any point in time you want Scan Unlimited, this also is what I use to scan wholesale suppliers, so this software is phenomenal. I highly recommend it. You can get a free trial to Scan Unlimited, so if we go to Scan Unlimited's pricing plan right here, Scan Unlimited, I have obviously the unlimited right here. That lets you scan unlimited ones every single month. There's 3 different pricing tiers, so you have the free, so you don't need to actually pay for it. If you only want to scan 1 file a month, then that obviously limits you to what you can scan. So just scanning this one like we're going to show you here today is already one, and then you're out of luck for the rest of the month. If you want to buy a 2-day pass and just kind of go through really quickly, scan a bunch of different things, maybe like 5 to 10 wholesale lists, maybe a couple ones on 888 lots, make your product purchases, spend your cash flow for the month, put it into products, and then sell them all off and then do it again next month or a couple days later, right? Then you want to maybe go for the 2-day pass for $20. I personally have the unlimited, so you have unlimited file scans. Highly recommend this if you plan on scaling up online arbitrage to any certain degree. This software is going to pay for itself time and time again. So if you guys do want to hop onto the unlimited plan like I am, and you can start scaling this up and actually making some real money, then you can get into the unlimited plan for half price, so only $20, the price of the 2-day pass. Try it out for $20 for your first month. See if it's for you, obviously. I have an affiliate link for that. You can click it, go through the affiliate link, sign up for the unlimited plan, and it'll take $20 off your purchase price. Now, when you actually do that, it's not going to take it off immediately when you actually go through the checkout, so it'll look like you're paying $40, but as soon as you click buy it, it will take it off, so it will only be a $20 charge, okay? So $20 for unlimited plan is a steal. Test it for a month. You will see that it works for you, and that will inspire you to do it more. On 888 lots, and keep in mind that usually I source liquidation pallets to build up my reselling business through doing my own fulfillment, right? So I source 888 lots and other liquidation sites a lot of times to resell back on sites like Poshmark, eBay, and Mercari because the margins are super easy, but you do have to be patient. If, for whatever reason, you wanted to scan a site like 888 lots or any liquidation site that is going to provide you product detail catalogs, and you'll see exactly what I mean by those in a second, and Excel spreadsheets, detailed Excel spreadsheets of what their products are, how much their prices are, an identifier, so that might be a UPC, a SKU, or an ASIN even, like 888 lots has, you can actually source these with a scanning software, like a software like Scan Unlimited. Then it's a complete game changer, and you can actually source these liquidation products to sell back on Amazon for a profit very quickly, right? So there's 2 ways to basically do that. You can scan individual lots, or you can scan individual items. But I want to take you through how to scan individual items. So you're going to see when you go to individual items little thing right here, it's going to show you each individual category and how many items are in each category, okay? So 95 in this one, 22 in this one, 3 in this one. So because there's like 3 in this one and like 3 in this one and 2 in this one, you're not really going to throw those through a software because you can literally scan them manually. It's going to take you like 2 seconds. But for a product category like bed and bath or kitchen and dining or automotive, right, or handbags and luggage, you're going to want a scanning software so you don't have to scan through 170 things manually, right? You want to put it into a software so it identifies which ones are profitable so you can look through them quickly. Let me show you an example of what I mean. So, if we go to bed and bath, that's 199 products in that category currently, right? And you're going to see that usually you can scan through and it provides you all the details, right? It's going to give you the ASIN, it's going to give you the visit on Amazon link, it's going to tell you the price, right? Potentially the retail price. Or if you scroll all the way up to the top, it's going to say export to Excel. So if you export this to Excel and you click Microsoft Excel, it's literally going to pull you up and download a lot right here that you can take that lot and put it into Scan Unlimited. So if we go back into Scan Unlimited's homepage and you click New Scan, you literally put that in there. So I'll show you how to actually do that, although I'm not going to click Scan because I've already done it, okay? So New Scan, we're going to drag and drop that one in there, and boom, there it is. Now, if you click search by and you want a product identifier, I've covered this before, but I'll cover it again because I know it can be confusing. So if we pull up that spreadsheet, here's what the spreadsheet looks like of all the products, how much they're priced at, what category they're in, right? Their condition, whether they're brand new, which obviously you see they are all brand new here, how many you can potentially buy, etc., etc. So what we need to know is, what is the product identifier? Is it a UPC? Is it an EIN? Is it an ASIN? Is it an ISBN for books, right? And if you look here in category G, there's an ASIN. Always go with the ASIN if there's an ASIN there. If there's not, and you're searching through like a wholesale supplier, it might be a UPC. Now you'll see SKU here, but that is for 888 lots to scan through, right? You want the Amazon product identifier, so if there's a UPC, go with that. But if there's an ASIN, go with the ASIN because that is surefire. So it's ASIN. Now you can rename this if you want to. So I'm going to just rename this whatever. Obviously, I'm not going to click start here because I've already done this, but you would name this something that identifies it in case you want to come back and check it, because Scan Unlimited obviously stores all your scans. You don't have to save them, and then you can come back and check them. Just make sure that it's still current, right? You don't want to scan something today and then go look at it 2 weeks from now because prices might have changed, stock might have changed, etc. So does the file have headers? It does, as you see here. All headers means is it like categorized, right? So if this SKU column or the SKU row, the condition, the category, the quantity, those are all headers, obviously, that don't have to do with these actual identifiers and product information down here. All that basically means is take out row number 1. Does it have a row that has headers? Check mark has headers, obviously, because that one does. If it looked like this and it didn't actually have the headers, then you would click no headers, okay? You would uncheck that. Now, the starting position, we want it row 1, and we're also going to ID the product column. So let's undo that, come back here. So we need to pick 2 basic things right here, right? What is the product column? Now, we already know that's the ASIN. That's how we're going to identify the products, right? So the product column is the ASIN. That's G, but that doesn't really matter. It's just basically already scanned the file in. It's going to ask you to identify what product column has the product identifier in it. So ASIN again, right? If it's UPC up there, then you'd go UPC down here, right? Same thing with that. What's the cost column? I already know because I've done this a million times. It's the price. If you look right here and you find the cost column, it is price right here. Now that could be slightly different depending on your spreadsheet. Just go through and look. I don't ever make custom columns. Obviously, you want to put the condition in here. So my condition is new. If you look right here in the condition, they're all brand new. Pretty self-explanatory there. You just need to identify all this stuff, and then you're going to click start. Boom, and it's going to scan it super, super fast. So if we go back into that lot of bed and bath, which is what we have right here, I can actually X out of this right now. I don't need it anymore. It's going to start scanning it in Scan Unlimited. Now I need 2 things up once I get to this point, right? I need Scan Unlimited with the file scanned, and I need this right here so I can actually search through the individual items. If you're doing this with individual items like I just showed you, make sure you have individual items clicked here. If you're doing this with pallets, make sure you have the lots clicked here. Pretty self-explanatory. Now, what I want to do is I want to filter through this because I don't want to sort through 111 items or 180 or however many we're here, because that defeats the purpose of putting it into scanning software. So I'm going to click filter, and I'm going to start slowly filtering this down so I'm only seeing good products. So I'm going to click value greater or value less than 100,000 and to give me a starter, and click add. So now we have 1 filter added, anything with a sales rank of less than 100,000, right? I'm also going to scroll down and I'm going to click an ROI of less than, or an ROI of greater than or equal to maybe, let's go 30%. And it's going to add another filter. So now it's telling me that I'm looking strictly for things that are sales rank under 100,000 and also have an ROI of greater than 30%. If for whatever reason I unclick this and it shows me no products that are potentially in that individual item lot of spreadsheet that have those parameters, then obviously I'd want to broaden that out. Maybe so then I go to like 150,000 sales rank, lower than that, and maybe like a 20% ROI, right? And you got to identify where's your point where you don't want to source that anymore. So if there's nothing that like that in the spreadsheet specifically, then maybe go to a different category and pick something else and scan a different list. And that's the benefit of having the unlimited for Scan Unlimited. You don't have to be strapped and handicapped to just that one spreadsheet, whether it's a wholesale supplier, whether it's an individual one like a liquidation thing like this, or it's a pallet on a liquidation site like 888 Lots as well. So it just spit me out some good leads right here, and it's only a couple of products right here, so it looks like there's only like 20 or so. Now I'm going to sort this for ROI to the highest, so it's going to give me the top ROIs at the top, and I'm going to go over. Oh, it looks like it sorted that backwards, so I'm going to go ROI to the highest. And now the highest ROI should be at the top. So this one has a 342% ROI. This one has 170% ROI. So pretty, there's some pretty quality potential buys here. Now, I'm actually going to go back to the sales rank column because some of these you'll see here have sales ranks of zeros, and that will typically happen sometimes on liquidation pallets. So if you see a sales rank of 0, avoid that product because that means that it is not selling yet. There's no product that doesn't mean it's selling well. If it has a 0 here, that's not selling yet. Avoid that, okay? So what I'm looking for is now, because I have it sorted for ROI, I'm going to go through and look for anything with a sales rank, obviously, that looks decent. So, for example, this has a sales rank of 12,929, so pretty solid. So let me look into this. It's also telling me that I have a net profit of 54, so this could be a great buy, actually, and a 342% ROI. So I want to check this on Amazon, and I can do that by clicking the title. That's going to take me to the Amazon listing. So it looks like it's sheets, linen sheets, queen linen sheets, green for $89. Now, what I basically want to do is twofold, right? I want to check to see that I can potentially source this, obviously, on 888 lots, and it's actually selling at that price it's telling me, right? Can I actually source this on 888 lots for $15.77? So I want to take the ASIN into 888 lots, and I'm literally going to search individual items for that ASIN. So this is sold out because I did do this last night, but this was a great opportunity last night to actually purchase this. I was going to create this tutorial last night and I held off. So obviously whoever scanned through this and saw this realized that this was a good buy and purchased it. So you could have purchased it for $15.77 last night when I scanned through this, and that is the value of doing it quickly, having unlimited scans, and obviously being first to market with these spreadsheets. And these spreadsheets and software like Scan Unlimited are complete game changers because a lot of other people aren't scanning through liquidation sites like this. So let's assume that this was still in stock. To give you an example, let's say we could source it for $15.77 and you're gonna sell it back on Amazon for $89. So we need to ask ourselves a few questions, right? The normal questions. Can we sell it? So we scroll down, we take the ASIN into Seller Central under add a product and paste that in there to see if we can sell it in new condition, because that was the condition. You also want to see what the sales velocity is, so use Jungle Scout to use the sales velocity. I'll also link an affiliate link to Jungle Scout directly above if you haven't already grabbed it. It's a game changer. Go ahead and get it. You only need the extension too. People always ask me like, what kind of Jungle Scout do you got? So if you go to junglescout.com, I always do that, junglescout.com, and you go over to pricing, and you want the extension, okay? You only want the extension. You don't need the Jungle Scout. That's for product research on private label. You don't need the pair of them because that's for both of them. You just need the extension. And if you buy it yearly, it's a lot cheaper. I think it's like $9, $9.99, or it might be like $15.99. I don't remember. They changed their prices, but it's a game changer. So we do know it's selling well, obviously, because we have the Jungle Scout Chrome extension. Now we want to make sure it's profitable, which obviously, common sense would tell you if you're sourcing it for $15.77. You can literally see I already put this all in last night. If you're sourcing it for $15.77, your shipping cost is probably going to be less than this, but I usually like to be conservative and kind of overestimate to make sure. You match the buy box price at $89, and then you ship it into Amazon for $1, then your margin is literally $53.07. You're making a 316% ROI on that. It's phenomenal. That's a great buy, but obviously it's sold out now. So let's go through and find a potential good one. So this one's $34,000. What's the ROI on it? ROI is 73%. You're making $563 on this, and you're sourcing it for $764. So this is also a pretty good buy. So let's make sure that it's still in stock and we can buy it. So you want to take the ASIN, paste it into the search bar under individual items, and it's going to pop that up for me. Now, this one is in stock, but it's only one piece, so probably a good buy. And also keep in mind that when you add individual items to your cart, it gives you 5 hours to build your cart up, but you do need to actually source at least $100 of items, okay? So you can't just buy one of these. You need to make sure your cart is at least $100. That's your minimum order quantity on 888 lots. So you can get one of these for $764. Is it a good buy? Let's go ahead and check it. So it's selling for $21.99 right here. It looks like it's selling well. It's a good listing, has 750 ratings. first thing you're going to want to do is check to see if you can sell it, obviously. So take the ASIN into Seller Central, make sure you can sell it. Next thing you want to make sure is it selling well? So it's 7,000 in home and kitchen. Jungle Scout tells us that it's selling 59 a day, 1,300 a month roughly. Pretty freaking solid. So it's $21.99. Now, is it profitable? Okay, so $7.64, and obviously Scan Unlimited already told us that it's profitable, but always make sure. Always make sure, don't just trust the software. The software, basically, all it's doing is it's filtering super specific so you can get better leads so you can check them out individually, okay? Think of it that way. Don't trust the software, although 99 times out of 100, if you trust the software, it's going to obviously be good, but always just check. It takes you 2 seconds. So $7.64 now is what you're going to source this for. Ship it into FBA for $1. You match the buy box price at $21.99, and then your profit per unit is $4.67. So this is a good buy, right? You're spending $7.64 or $8.64 once you ship it in. You're getting a 54% ROI because you're going to net $4.67 after all the fees. So that is a good example of a buy. Now, I'm not going to waste your time and scan through all these products. You get the picture. You can do this with any individual item, things right here on 888 lots. You can also do this with lots. It's a slightly different approach with the lots, although it's similar. With individual items, this is a game changer. You can do this with any of the categories on 888 lots here, like I just showed you. Go download the Excel spreadsheet for that actual category, right? Put it into Scan Unlimited. Scan through it, filter it, and then go through the leads to make profitable buys. Obviously, you want to do this, here and there because these categories are going to change. The items in these categories are going to change, so they're not always going to be the same. Just like any site, they're going to change. And you can also do this with any liquidation site, specifically that has product catalogs or Excel spreadsheets of details about their products like 888 Lots does. So I'm super stoked about this. This is a game changer for sourcing liquidation products to resell back on Amazon.